We did YouTube welcome to our Tits Beer 420 beer review. We're looking at another Beau's own natural beer, and it's a limited one that was made this year, just for like one time, I guess, and just short lived. There's three in the series. One of the other ones is the wheat wine. I've reviewed it, and then there's one or two more, but I don't have them. But this one here is courtesy of Beau's. So Beau's, thank you very much, because this is a higher, because these beers in this series are higher priced. So then some of their other stuff. So yeah, I paid for the wheat beer, wheat wine thing. This one's from Beau's, and then one or two more in this series, and I don't have them. And this one here is Gilgamesh. And Gilgamesh, folks, it's an old ale that was aged in rum barrels. Extra strong beer at 8.9% alcohol. This is a 600 milliliter bottle, so more than a pint, but less than a bomber. Because it's like in between those two. So I'm just brewed in Van Cleekill, Ontario. This is the type of cap they put on it, because there's all these different caps from Beau's. Just have to get this wrapper off. So, oh, let me read you on here. Local spring water, organic barley malts, organic hops, and yeast. Uh, oh, and by the way, not only is this free from Beau's All Natural, almost the whole entire bottle is filled. You know how sometimes you get a beverage and it's like right up to the top or almost the whole entire beverage filled, but with a lot of beverages there's like a chunk that doesn't get filled up. Well, if you can see that little gap in between my fingers, basically from my thumb up to the cap, like the ending of my thumb up to the cap, there's that or just a little tiny bit more that is not filled. So they almost gave a full entire bottle almost right to the cap of this old ale. Aged in rum barrels, Gilgamesh. So yeah, that's the picture of Gilgamesh label. Old ale aged in rum barrels, 8.9% alcohol, limited little series thing for this year. 30 IBUs. Package 2014 0218, so basically February 18th, and it's batch number 3103, 3103. So let's get reviewing. Yeah, I can smell something from here. Because it's on my one thigh right now with my right leg. I'm sniffing in and I can smell something. A little bit of spice, a little bit of wood, a little bit of smoke, a little bit of almost like a bacon or salty, a little salty fish pizza, the fuck it's called. I know the name, but I just can't think of it at the top of my head for some reason. It might smell a little bit like shit. Like there's something going on, so let's get closer to the nose. Oh, it's got like spice and woody, and almost like a champagne smell, a little white wine-ish, or maybe like a blue cheese smell. But I think it's gonna be pretty spicy from the barrels. So let's get into Gilgamesh, folks. Cheers. Thank you, Beau's All Natural. Cheers to you guys. Well, it's one of those darker ales. It might look black on camera, but in front of me, it's got darkness. It's got like a black, but it's got brown stuff and like lots of like a red hue at the bottom there. Man, I poured it a little quick. Sorry. I'm just kind of just like pouring and not fully paying attention, I guess. So I might have fucked up the pour. But a 3-finger head on my pour. Black with brown and some red for the dark ale. Now from the glass, the smells of a typical ale, but it kind of has a little bit of like a blue cheese or wine smell. A little bit of like a spice smell. It's like peppery and stuff like that. I can smell stuff out of it. So with Gilgamesh from Beau All Natural, they sent it over to me for free. Let's see how it tastes. 8.9%. One of their limited edition this year. Cheers. Just in case you're wondering there, I was moving it all around in my mouth. That's it. Just trying to get all these different areas to get some of the liquid, just so if they can detect anything different than another area, see what it can tell me. It's a little bit on the sweet side. Yeah, it's got sweetness to it. It's dry, heavy, warm, juicy, fruity, stuff like that. It's a big, heavy bodied beer, in my opinion. Um, well, the batch that I have in this bottle, to me, it's sticky and heavy bodied on like a grape and plum side. There might be some fig or something. I've got some warmth in the stomach coming from like the 8.9% rum, I suppose. Um, and yeah, a little bit of like a cheesy, boozy wine kind of taste. Another sip. Starts off a little bit wet and very foamy and bubbly in the mouth. A little reminiscence of like a really high percentage Belgian beer, and then it like quickly like dries out, putting some warmth in my stomach. Yes, I get a warmth. I get bitterness. I get a little bit of like a cheesy taste. And I have no idea whose rum or what rum was in these barrels at some point. But it's got this like blue cheesy, boozy, winey, almost like a Chimay blue ale kind of fucking taste. I wish this was more wet and less dry. Maybe cut the bitterness down a little bit. Maybe cut the sweetness down a little bit. It's like a boozy, dry ale. It almost tastes like some other stuff, so it's not bad. It's not woo, but yeah, I would like something a little different about it. But wow, that's that. Good. Goodbye.